Hello and welcome to the world of EDC. My name's Jeff, and today I'm going to be sharing with you what happened and why I've been kind of down and what's going on. So, not to beat around the bush or anything like that, if you just want the condensed version, on May 23rd, my mom was sitting outside with our Australian Shepherd, and a lady um, walked by with her pit bull off of leash, and that pit bull, without getting into all of the specifics and details because there's a lot of stuff going on legally and whatever else, was told to basically attack and went after my dog, my mom's dog. It's an Australian Shepherd, and my mom stepped in and ended up getting the tip of her thumb bitten off, bone and all, nerves, the works. Basically, if you look at your thumb from about where your cuticle out was bitten off cleanly. And I was upstairs here. I was actually working on a video, and I busted butt downstairs as quickly as I could to see what was going on, and I got involved trying to separate the dog fight, and I ended up getting bit. You can see my finger. Let me see if I can get that. I can't really see, but I ended up getting bit where right through my pointer, my index finger, nail, and whatnot. So since that's happened, we found out a bunch of stuff about the lady. She's got some mental disorders. Didn't have permission to have the dog from the original owners. I guess from what I've gathered from police reports and whatever else is that the dog was her brother's dog, and she didn't have permission to walk the dog. Definitely didn't have permission to walk the dog off leash. The reason why I've been so emotional is because my whole life, as far as like my responsibility, and the reason why I EDC things, guns, knives, whatever else, is to protect my family, protect myself and whatever else. And I didn't have my guard up. It was 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I was up here working on stuff, like I said. I had knives on the table, but I didn't have anything in my pocket or anything because I was relaxed. I was not in go mode. You figure when you're at home, 8 o'clock, So when I went downstairs, when I heard the initial dog fight, my first thought was that my Australian Shepherd and my German Shepherd were getting into it. And I was just going down to break up my own dogs from fighting. Though they had never fought before, you just don't think that something like that's going to happen. So I was caught off guard. And when I got downstairs, I had no way of stopping a full-grown pit bull that, and I'm imagining in its mind, was defending its human. The lady did say, "Get him." The dogs kind of met on my patio and were sniffing and whatever else. And my mom, not liking the situation with a pit bull not being on leash, and my Australian Shepherd wasn't on leash, though because he's well trained, he's never gone off the patio, he never has any issues with other dogs, kids. He's like the friendly dog around the neighborhood where people know that he goes out, does his thing, and when my mom calls him, he comes right back and whatnot. So we have never had an issue with him not being on leash. But when she said, "Get him," that dog flipped. It really just went on the attack. And then because of her mental disorders, she was in a state of delusion or something. I don't know. I'm no doctor or psychologist or whatever, but she was screaming things at us like, "You deserve this, don't stop them from fighting." When I told her, "Get your dog, the police are coming, please get your dog," type deal, she was screaming at me, "The police ain't gonna do anything to stop me. I own this jurisdiction, this town, If you think this is heaven, you don't know anything, and just really random crazy stuff. Meanwhile, she was punching and pushing and kicking my mom. She tried to push me up against the wall. Just all around not good situation, and something that has been hard for me to swallow because, like I said before, I carry to protect myself and my family. And so I've been conflicted, both because I should have been prepared, and had I been prepared, I would have had to take action more so than just punching, pulling, trying to get that dog off of my dog and away from my mom and my family. I would have taken action against that innocent dog. And that, knowing that, is eating me up. I don't want to hurt anyone or anything. And I'm sorry I'm getting emotional because it's something that, but it's, when it first happened, the first couple weeks, it was very hard. My mom lost her tip of her thumb. Now she's having to go in and get surgery to have more of it amputated. It's the decision making is just eating me alive, because though I am prepared most of the time, my hope is to never have to use a knife or my gun or anything in any kind of way ever. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to hurt anyone or anything. But I would have defended my mom. I would have defended my dog. And knowing that is eating me up, because it's almost like what I've been reading online is that this is the kind of guilt that people get when they do actually defend themselves. You know, the guilt of it was me or them, you know. And I didn't even do anything to harm that dog. I mean, I did my part of, you know, hitting him and pushing him and trying to separate him from my dog, because he had my dog in basically a death grip, and had him by his eye socket, pierced through both the top and bottom of his eye, tore his lip, about an inch gash long and about a quarter of an inch wide, and when you opened it up, it would open to about 3/4 of an inch. I know that because the vet had to clean it out, and it was very unpleasant. And it's just been a really hard thing to come to grips with, is that, you know, and I don't know, maybe none of you relate to this and you're thinking, just get over it. You didn't even really hurt the dog and it's not that big a deal. But my mom's life has changed. I feel like I failed her. You know, you do what you have to do to protect your family, and I didn't. I failed to prepare. And, you know, all of this EDC stuff that I do and I carry all the time and all that, I mean, I just didn't have anything on me. And it hurts to think, had I had anything on me, what I would have done. And it's just eating me alive. So that's the whole situation. And that's why I've been down in the last couple of videos. You know, I can hear it in my voice where I just wasn't right mentally. I needed time to process it all. Now it's getting better. Though the last couple of days have been emotional again, because the doctor informed us that initially the surgeon had, you know, told us that just let the finger heal. It'll be fine. It won't grow back, but it will heal itself, and, you know, you won't lose anymore. But when we went to go the other day to the hospital to the surgeon looked at it, and instantly she was right off the bat, she's like, we need to schedule you a surgery. It looks like it's infected. The bone that's sticking out, she thought that she thought that what was left here that they sewed back on, like there was a flap of skin that they sewed back up around this way, and like it's hard to explain, but they said that it was going to heal. The main thing we had to do is keep her from getting infected. So she's been on antibiotics and everything else, and it's just too much of a wound. And so now they think that the tip of her bone that is semi-exposed is infected, so they have to amputate. And so now I'm back to feeling like it's more stuff that I failed, you know. So anyways, that's the story. That's what's going on. I did not do this at all for any of you out there watching. I didn't do this for pity points. I didn't do it for any of that. I appreciate any thoughts or prayers that you guys might have for me or my mom or my family, but I didn't do this for any pity points. That's why this video is going to be unlisted, and you'll have to find this video through the link that was in the previous video and all that, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't want any of the stuff that goes along with it. I just wanted to kind of be open and share my experience and this tragic thing that's happened to us, and I figured this is the best way to share it. And so also it gives you guys kind of some context of what the last couple videos, if you've noticed that I've been down, is going on, and hopefully moving forward I won't be like that again, but at least you'll understand what's going on if I do end up sounding a bit down or something in another video. And I'm trying really hard not to do that, but that's the story. So no need to like or anything on this one because it's unlisted, so it's not going to change one thing or another, but feel free to do if you feel so inclined and all that. But I really do appreciate you you know, caring enough to click on this video and see what's going on and all of that. I really do appreciate it. And we'll get back to usual. We'll get back to, you know, life will go on and whatever else. It's just something that I have to get through right now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.